everyone, Jim Branscombe here for the Cinematic Void vlog. It's been a while since I've done any kind of vlog content on the YouTube channel, and kind of going to get into why and just kind of give a general kind of Void update for June and July coming up. A lot of things happening, a lot of things that should be happening are going to be happening later, but let's just get all into that. I'm just out for a walk this morning before it gets too ungodly hot here in Los Angeles. It's supposed to be 90 this week, and I'm not looking forward to that. Not big on the heat, but yet I moved here from the East Coast, but the East Coast is also in the 90s, so I don't know. Find me a place that's like 68 degrees year round, and maybe I'll live there. But anyway, so just to kind of clarify, and if you've been listening to podcasts, you know I've been going through a lot of mental health stuff, and more or less I kind of hit a depressive spiral that started kind of late October and then just kind of kept going and really came to head in March, and honestly it really fucked me up. I made some, I don't want to say regrettable decisions, but like some regrettable things happened, and just kind of put me towards the deep end of things, and made me not want to be very creative in the things I do in life. And that's kind of what depression is. Depression makes you not want to enjoy shit, and makes you want to brood, and for someone like me, I tend to be in my head a lot. So basically this is why you haven't seen a vlog or anything like that, because I just haven't had the mental capacity to actually work on that kind of stuff. I don't know, it's been a lot, but I'm doing this mostly because I don't want to say I'm creating content, but it's just like, just kind of explain where I'm at, because not everyone listens to the podcast, and probably most of you don't give a shit about this video, but I'm doing it anyway. I'm doing it more for myself, being accountable for my own health and recovery, and getting better, learning to live life and to love myself and all those positive things. Switching hands here. Yeah, just did some yoga this morning. I have no upper body strength. To find out how weak you are, you'd have no upper body strength. Anyway, so that's why there hasn't been vlogs or much other content. I've barely been able to have the mind or strength to cut trailers for my live events. I've barely had the want to actually show up for my live events. I've been more or less tempted just to pre-record my intros and just be Brian Oblivion on the screen for Cinemat Void. But now I'm still going, and I don't know, it's just I am struggling like a motherfucker, but I'm trying to get better. And hey, you gotta make the effort here. So vlogs and stuff, location videos and things like that. I've talked to my boy Kellen, Kellen's Petty Talk Show. Got it right this time, I think. We have some location videos planned. We just haven't had the time, or we haven't done the prep work to go do them. Those should be coming sooner or later. Hopefully they don't take 3 months like they normally do for us to do them, because we're doing them on weekends. LA has a lot of traffic, and after 2 hours of trying to get shit done, sometimes you need a break or a snack, and I think it's too late and your day is gone, and so you have to wait another week or two to work on those videos, but hopefully they'll be coming sooner or later. More in the mouth of Cinemadness, more general other vlogs, probably come eventually. It's just gotta feel like making them, and I enjoy making that stuff, but they are switching hands again. They're not the most labor intensive, but they take a lot of time to do, and I don't know, just gotta have that inspiration, that creative spark, and that's just been lacking as of late, but working on getting it back. Mentioned the podcast. Well, last podcast was it was recorded longer ago than it was actually released. A couple reasons why hasn't been a new podcast in a while. One, mental health stuff with me, and two, Nick Vance, who's the co-host of the Cinematic Movie podcast. It's his work schedule, and we talked about it, but if I'm not in headspace where I really got like, all right, we should be doing this shit. I ain't forcing him to do it. He ain't gonna force me to do it. So, you know, we'll get there. And plus, like, that last episode had a major fucking sinus thing going on, and I don't know, that was another factor going through, you know, this depressive cycle. Was the sinus infection on top. It just made shit fucking miserable is what it made it. But yeah, we're probably gonna record a podcast soon. Nick and I also are working on a musical project, which we're also recording too, and it actually has like studio time booked, so that will happen. Might not be for most of you who are into Cinematic Void for the film stuff, but for those of you who like listen to the podcast and know about the music and stuff that Nick and I talk about, you might dig it. But you know, baby steps, just recording some vocals, and then we'll see when it comes out. But yeah, probably recording a podcast, maybe not this week, or probably most likely next week or so we'll probably be recording one. And you know, like doing it, getting close to 100 episodes. I know most podcasts get to 100 episodes in like 2 years or something like that, and we're now on like fucking year 4 of this, and we're just like at 90 something. But you know, quality over quantity, that's how I look at it. Or just Nick and I are fucking lazy and you just take our sweet ass time doing it. But you know, I still like enjoy doing it, although my brain is not into it right now. But you know, probably be good, and definitely be coming back. Now, the thing that a lot of you are subscribed here on this YouTube channel for, which is, you know, the Cinemadness Movie, and I had mentioned that a new season will be coming in July. It will be. Originally, I think I planned on maybe the first week of July, and just to be honest, that's not going to happen for a lot of reasons. One, because I haven't started yet, and two, it's just, I don't know, I got to be in a good headspace. Like, towards the end of the last season that ran through March and April, like, my head was not in a great headspace while I was doing them. And if I'm going to do these, I want to be, you know, give my best effort and not just have a bunch of, like, just baggage in the back of my brain and just make it even more struggle, make me not even want to fucking do it. So they're coming. Expect late July. There's going to be at least one double feature and maybe another 2 episodes. I don't know how long the season is going to be. We'll see. You know, again, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. So, but they are coming. I actually have movies collected for this, and more or less I got to just start putting them together. And, you know, I'd say late July is when the new season drops, or summer season, Camp Void season, whatever you want to call it. But so yeah, more Cinemadness Movie coming this summer. In the Void, been doing a lot of screenings. Just going to be wrapping up Hong Kong summer at the Los Feliz 3 and Egyptian Theater. When this is posted, going to be doing 2 by Woo. Going to be doing Hard Target over at LF3, and then doing Bull in the Head over the Egyptian. Really excited to see Bull in the Head on the big screen. It's an English dub print, which kind of sucks, but you know, there's worse things out there in life than a, you know, dubbed Hong Kong print. I mean, just scream Fatal Termination on a subtitle print. And you know, if you ever watched old Hong Kong bootlegs or DVDs or the Tai Sing pre-record tapes and that kind of stuff, you know that Hong Kong English subtitles aren't exactly top quality. Like, you know, I think the rule was when Hong Kong was under British rule was that they just had to have subtitles and that's it. So this Fatal Termination print had like both the English and Mandarin, not because everyone in Hong Kong spoke Cantonese, so they had both those subtitles go at the same time, and they're like some line missing a line, some subtitles are cut off at the bottom of the screen or bled through to the edge of the masking. And you know, I mean, you know, Fatal Termination, it's explosions, insane car chase. Like, you don't really need to know what anyone's saying. It doesn't matter. It's all about the action and the insanity. So anyway, yeah, Hong Kong summer is wrapping. Be doing my yearly roller coaster screening for 4th of July week. 3rd annual now. Last year sold out. This year's is looking to be a sellout, so really happy that, like, I don't really replay the same movies yearly, but, with roller coaster, I figured, why not? See if I can build a tradition, because, like, there's a lot of places that have, like, signature holiday screenings. A lot of places do Jaws on 4th of July. My friends in the New Beverly do Black Christmas and usually Silent Night, Deadly Night, sometimes Christmas Evil around Christmas time. So I just kind of want to have a signature holiday movie, and hey, roller coaster is one of my favorite movies, and the fact that, like, people are going out, I haven't started a trend across the country yet. I've had other programmers say, like, yeah, I'm interested in screening that, but so far I think I'm the only film programmer that books roller coaster yearly. But hey, give it a try if you like, those 70s disaster kind of universal cycle movies. If you also want to see more about roller coaster, on the vlog, I go visit Magic Mountain, where I go visit the roller coaster from Roller Coaster, which is the Revolution, featuring other movies, but most importantly, it's a roller coaster. So that's coming in July. Also going to be doing a bunch of horror hits for July. I had something else planned and kind of fell through, not by anything I did, just wasn't able to book the materials for logistics reasons, and so kind of just said, I hadn't done horror a lot this year, really kind of avoided it, but so I'm doing, the rest of July is going to be mostly horror. You got Frogs, you got The Town That Dreads Sundown, which I'm really excited to be able to see on the big screen. I've seen it before, but I should say I'm excited to be screening it. Pumpkinhead, which has been a title I've had kind of on the void dock of the screen at different points, kind of landed with this. Motel Hell, and of course my favorite werewolf movie, The Howling. And got some other screenings. I'll be back down at the Frida on the July 19th. I'll be doing, actually, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing Butcher Baker, Nightmare Maker, and Don't Go in the House. 2 kind of sleazy exploitation movies, 2 of my personal favorites. Don't know how that's going to do. Freed is still kind of the Wild West for me as far as programming. I've done really good shows, and I've done some that tanked. I don't know what this will do, but hey, it's experiment, and gotta try different shit. Gotta see what sticks. And should also mention, lastly, in July, it's getting hot and I'm getting winded from talking so fucking much. Gonna be hosting a Q&A for Melissa LaMartina. It's a new movie called House for Sale by Exorcist. I think I got the title right. I'll put it on the screen if I'm not, or if I'm close, or just put it anyway. So you don't know, Melissa is the wife and creative partner of Chris LaMartina. Chris directed WNUF Halloween Special, and Melissa has been the star of several of his movies, as well as producer. She's in Call Girl Cthulhu, What Happens Next Will Scare You, and she was producer and star of the WNUF sequel out there, Halloween Mega Tape. So this is kind of, I think it might be her feature film directorial debut, but she directed it, and Chris was, like, I guess, a cult consultant on it. I guess that's his title for it, but they're going to be coming out the midsummer screen. So I was kind of working with them to find a good venue to do this screening. We talked about different festivals, or me just doing screening outright, and I was like, because when we did the WNUF Halloween sequel at Midsummer, it killed, and I was like, well, this should kill just the same. So they talked to Midsummer, and yeah, it's all lined up. So excited to be doing that. July's a busy fucking month, but otherwise I'm just gonna be trying to figure out my shit. And it's weird to be personal, but it's like, I just come to realize that, like, Cinematic Void is me, and me is Cinematic Void. And that's weird to say, but it's like, I have lots of great collaborators and people that, do stuff. Gotta get a shout out to Eagle Barber, who's designed everything Cinematic Void ever for the last 8+ years. Nick, of course, who does the podcast with me, and I want to give a shout out to my former marketing social media manager, Eddie Garola, who does Popcorn Reef. He was instrumental in helping with shit for a couple of years that he was working, but go check out his shit with Popcorn Reef and support him if you're in the San Diego area. But I don't know, a lot of people probably don't realize Cinematic Void is just me, and it's more than a full-time job. I work full-time at the American Cinematheque, and Void's part of that, and I do a weekly screening, but Cinematic Void upon itself is definitely like a second full-time job, so it takes a lot. And trying to balance my life and things better, and going through still the mental health stuff, but I'm trying to work through it. I don't know what else to say, but thank you guys for watching, and again, just give me a little update. A lot of stuff coming in June, July, so more podcasts, more new episodes of Cinemadness Movie. Eventually I'll start doing vlogs and that shit again, but until next time, see you in the void.